Hello.
I feel like... Go on.
Hello, Nicky Wire at the V Festival.
The enemy has driven me to this. Dessert, chilled red wine.
Dessert, chilled red wine? That's actually quite a big deal though. Back on the booze.
I've reached the apex of slagging so many people off, I feel scared. And I tried to be a really nice person this year and it's just turned to shit again.
Oh, but this is going to be the theme of our interview, isn't it? We've decided we're going to...
Apologies.
Nicky Wire talking nicely about bands he likes.
I think it should be really.
First it's Rilo Kiley, isn't it?
The thing what I would say is, let's face it, I'm one of the few fuckers who speaks my mind, and that's the only reason. I don't hate bands personally, just because I slag a band off, I don't hate them as people. I just think, if you don't like someone's music... I mean, when The Killers came out, I went on about how much I loved their first album. It's just the second album I didn't. Loads of bands hate me anyway, I'm not getting flooded with kind of congratulatory bouquets when I'm around, so just, it's all meant to be with a sense of humour. Sometimes it doesn't look like that, but... It's Richie's fault. I was reading some old issues the other day and God, he was 10 times worse than me. He was relentless. He slagged everything off. What a boy. What a star. Yes, we're here to talk about Bright Eyes, my album of the year.
Bright Eyes, but he's pulled out.
What?
Along with Amy Winehouse.
Why is Bright Eyes pulled out?
Illness.
Oh my God.
No tabloid reports of why. No, apparently I think someone in the band is ill or something. But he's not playing, which is a shame. But talk about Bright Eyes. What do you like about Bright Eyes?
The bravery of his lyrics, I think it really puts himself on the precipice. And I think with this album, he's really kind of said, I want it, All his previous stuff I love, I've always been a big fan, but it's very much his own world, shall we say. It's a world you want to enter, but with this album I think he just wanted to go for the Bob Dylan Rolling Thunder review, and he set himself up and he goes on stage with 20 people all dressed in white in the middle of a field in Germany which was covered in shit and mud, and we watched him and I thought I think the album is magnificent.
There we go.
Well done, Connor. And he went more insane than me at Glastonbury one year, didn't he? So anyone who does that, anyone who makes a bigger cock up than me.
What do you think would happen if you took hallucinogens shortly before you went on stage?
God damn, can you imagine? Fuck me. Do you know, it might be really weird though. I might become really loved up and go, I love Snow Patrol, really. It might be a reverse thing. No, thank God I've never taken drugs. Thank the Lord, apart from paracetamol and aspirin. It would be such a fucking mess of a person.
Yeah, alcohol is a drug.
Yes, but that's the enemy's fault.
But also you were saying that because another one it's not going well for you as far as seeing people because you've missed Bright Eyes protege, no less, from Sabre Creek, Rilo Kiley.
Yeah, absolutely love I've been banging on to James and Sean about him. When we did the second Lifeblood tour, just played it constantly, especially Fortunes for Foxes and stuff. I think she's a brilliant lyricist, really deeply sexual, deeply political, and deeply kind of odd. You can never put the two together, and I've heard snippets of the new record. It sounds, that Fleetwood Mac Rumours thing is kind of misused at times, but it just sounds like that, but with a real undertow of darkness.
Yeah, no, they were very good, and they didn't have as big a crowd as they should.
Well, shit happens.
They brought a bigger crowd as they should, but her skirt was very short.
Yeah, not as short as the one I'm going to be wearing.
Is this a start? You see, you're doing it again. You can't stop. It's turning into a contest.
It just feels like a duty to entertain, the poor fuckers having to, listen to James and in the pouring rain, and they deserve some kind of entertainment.
Good. So what can we expect?
Well, we just did a set list, and we're starting with Australia, which we haven't done for 3 years, and we just thought to do something different. But we just done Sign Intent, and everyone's been requesting different songs now.
Is that going to have any sway? I mean, I guess you have to rehearse things, so you can't just...
Exactly.
But I mean, you've been playing everything on this tour anyway, so you probably could.
We have, but we've had 5 weeks off while my wife had another kid and stuff, so we're a little bit ring rusty.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, that's cool. We were going to do Faster tomorrow, but that's had a lot of requests. Yes, and Stay Beautiful has had more requests than anything now. There must have been 30, 40 people asking for it, so we just did that in Tokyo. We just come back from Japan, which was mega, playing underneath Kasabian, which is brilliant because I absolutely love them, and they were just really on form. I thought Tom was like Dave Garn but better, he'd really got the crowd going. He was like a spiritual experience, and the Empire was just enormous in the middle of Tokyo. It was just, it must have been 50,000 people for us and them. It was a brilliant, really brilliant trip.
Cool. So, and so is this going to be the V set or the subverting V set?
It's a tricky one. I've been pushed on there a bit. I kind of feel duty bound to festivals like this. Play songs that people know. It's, that's always been in us. Whether it's right back to the start, we've always been the same. So I wonder if James might realise a bit of raindrops keep falling on my head. I think he's got that in the locker. We haven't done Indian Summer for ages. We're doing that, and like I said, we haven't done Australia for 3 years. We've been doing loads of rehearsal for the winter tour. We're doing some Lifeblood stuff, 1985 especially. I think it's a real lost classic.
Cool.
And we've been doing Slash and Burn, bizarrely.
What?
For the Christmas tour, yeah.
And finally, Gordon Brown's first few months verdicts.
Well, I mean, I've always been, fan's not the right word, but I've always really deeply respected Gordon because he's miserable, he has no personality, and he's hard working. And
are you opposing?
It's just that idea of, I never understand when people say, oh, I can't relate to a politician, because I don't want to relate to people in power like that. I just want them to I want to think that they're spending their whole life dedicating themselves to work. Whether he makes it, all politicians are going to make huge fuck ups. It's just human nature. But hopefully you can keep them to a minimum and just work. It's a kind of Calvinist, work ethic to him that I find really appealing. And the best news of all is that he seems to be crushing the Tories already. So because that was getting very dodgy.
Answer that. Cool. Thank you very much, Ian Young James.
To be honest, I don't mind it that much. I'm just trying to. I've got to live up to my enemy reputation at times, haven't I?
Drink the sweet wine. It'll all be fine.
It's like mulled wine but cold.